And there we are, kids.
Oh, what do they get to see there, Kim?
They get to see our beautiful shiny faces now. If I hit the right button. That's always the kicker. Good morning, everybody. Or afternoon.
Good morning.
Or the crack of dawn if you're where Seppy's at. We made him get out of bed kind of early this morning.
Yeah,
Saturday.
No, I'm an old guy. I get up early.
You're an early riser? I am not an early riser.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Yeah, I love getting stuff. I kill more monsters before 5 a.m. than most people do all day.
That's pretty awesome. I definitely don't. I have this inner desire to be somebody who gets up early in the morning. Like, I want to do it. I want to hear the birds chirping and the fresh, crisp air, and then I pull the blanket back over my head. Like, it just... my whole life. So, hey all you guys and gals joining us this morning. If you haven't figured it out, we are back for some more fun. We are joined by one of my favorite designers and publishers, Mr. Seppy Yoon.
What? I was looking for somebody else, Kim.
He's crazy enough to come on twice.
Thank you so much for having me and us.
We are super, super, super excited to catch up and see what's going on with Seppy. Like, what's going to be one of the sort of what's new. And then he has a little surprise for us with this super secret game that you're going to get a preview of this morning.
That little surprise for you is the name of date night.
It's the name of date night?
Never mind.
I was like, I just missed a joke.
That's what I tell my husband. Never mind, Kim.
Oh, that's funny.
That
sounds about like
joke,
ours.
Bad joke. Too early for those kinds of jokes, Seppy. What's wrong with you?
I'm not very caffeinated yet. You know, there is no such thing as date. Well, sort of, but it's a little hard to have date night right now. If you like, pajama pants are really comfortable. Like, I've kind of, accepted this whole lounge pants lifestyle that we kind of have.
I'm wearing full pants.
I'm impressed.
Just folks know. I am wearing full pants. I was last time too. I always dress up.
We don't do the whole
drag.
The news anchor thing where you've got a shirt and tie up top and then just, whatevs on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, John Oliver. I'm not going to do it.
We did play D&D. I know that you love D&D, and I want to hear a little bit more because I know that you played in something the other day. So I want to make sure we talk about it today. We launched a new campaign. Yeah, we launched a new campaign, and so there's a few new faces on there. And so far, one, I can't quite figure them out. But the first time, we weren't sure if there were pants involved. I was a little, like, this is my first time meeting this person, and I went, okay, well, it's going to be that kind of campaign. Okay. So.
We're going pure Renfest 1992. All right, I get it.
Pants not included.
Yep.
So we brought Seppy on. I have to swoon a little. So I will say this every time he's on here, that Seppy is my favorite designer. And Seppy is the first publisher to ever give Tabletop Rebellion a review copy of their game to complete. And that was Squirrel or Die, which is one of the greatest games out there. If you've not played it, you need to. It has... Seppy and I share this little twisted sense of humor. And so I love his stuff because of that. So this poor little squirrel is trying to survive. It's just trying to survive in the backyard and not get eaten by the cat or shot with a pellet gun or eat poison food. And it's really a cool take on a memory game. But it's super portable, fun to take around. And this is what launched Tabletop Rebellion. Yay! So it's all Seppy's fault. If you hate the stuff, it's all Seppy's fault. He inspired us.
That's right. Yeah.
And since then, we've got
I'll take the blame. I'm a great bad guy.
He's the villain in this story.
I'll be the villain in any situation.
And since that time, we've picked up Hedgehog Hop. This is my portable version. My special version is back here on the shelf, the limited edition version. I've got some pictures over on our page of how amazing those tiles are. The robots made me buy that one. So
that is so sad that convention season hasn't happened. When you see those tiles in person, you realize no number of pictures can make you see how amazing. And they're limited edition and they're hand numbered. I mean,
it is. I'm grabbing this. Hang on. Ours is number 137 of 158.
Yeah.
And these are the slickest. Like, don't get me wrong, I still pack this one around, like if I'm going somewhere that I don't want anything to happen to it. But these are gorgeous. They're so pretty on the table.
And if you hate the game, they can be made into tiny coasters.
They could be
shots.
tiny coasters. I don't know how somebody could hate this game. I'm being totally honest. And right now, you still have till the end of today. If you, at the top of our webpage, top of our Facebook page. I don't think it's on our webpage. We're still working on the webpage. Just disregard what I just said. Jason, cover your ears. We are giving away, you can win a copy of each of these. All we're asking for is feedback on a Google form as to, in the next year, what kind of content can we do better for you, so we can grow and be awesome as a channel. Because we've been around for 1 whole year.
Yay!
And it's been pretty exciting. And so, there's been a lot of people that have helped us on this journey, for sure. People like Seppy, who gave us a shot at a convention and gave us a game to review. And agreed to come on the channel not once but twice. When once we had a big oops when Kim was still learning how to stream.
Yep.
Kim is still learning how to stream. There's no guarantee there won't be an oops in every stream you watch. But you'll probably hear Muffler Man come through because, and sometimes now he's in stereo with Jim and I in 2 separate parts of the house streaming with you. We have you'll hear stereo Muffler Man. It's quite fantastic.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
now I'm excited.
Yeah,
well, especially since it's a nice day out, and now
there'll be motorcycles
people
out.
have brought their motorcycles out. Yep.
Yeah, when I was telling Seppy before we went live, we live in a house that was built in 1901, so insulation's not really a thing.
It's all newspaper.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a wonder this thing hasn't shot up like kindling. I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah, seriously.
So
it's probably the asbestos.
It probably is. That that would explain a lot of my. Explain a lot.
Abatement is a lifestyle.
It really is.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe some new windows one day will help. There's no good insulation spacer in here, so occasionally you get some extra sound effects on the stream.
I understand. 1901 house. Windows is a good start. It's really expensive, but
oh my gosh. Well, these are floor to ceiling windows. The dogs love them.
Do you see this?
All 5 of them?
This is the flight path out of Minneapolis Airport.
That's right.
Okay? And they switch, obviously, whatever it is. But if you were on one of these, the city of Minneapolis paid to replace your windows.
Oh, man.
Oh, nice.
That would have been nice. They'll never do that here.
Bob? Live right here.
Oh, no!
See, you're terrible people, Kim, just like me. You laughed at that. Bob, literally, 1 block in either direction.
I would have been so mad.
Yeah, he would have been so mad because it's it's by like decimals of the the jet. And the one of the good things if you want a metro city is Minneapolis. When it's not on fire, that was awful. Right. Minneapolis is really compact, and it has a park every 1 square miles by city charter.
It's real. So I've been to Minneapolis once. Jim did not get to come with me, but I drove there from here. We came up for Fantasy Flight's World events for the game we used to cover.
Okay.
And I really want to bring Jim back to Minneapolis because it was a beautiful city that I didn't get to explore at all. I mean, we got to go to the hotel and to the event and around town a couple of times. And you're right, you do see a lot of park stuff when you drive through.
Right. The MPD aside, Minneapolis is great.
Right. Just tuck that over there and don't. Yeah, I'm with you. I totally agree. But as a city, and it was a beautiful city. They're not kidding whenever they say that.
I love Minneapolis, and
it's such a hip town.
You can get real good deals right now.
Well, we are glad that you guys stayed safe and sound during all that craziness. I had to check on them, but whew.
The Fight and Box crew is all over the cities. Edward, who helps us with video, he was 2 blocks from the nearest burnt down building.
Oh man, that's close. That's close.
That's a little
too close.
It's too close.
Yeah.
It's too close.
Well, I'm glad everything's good.
Yeah, I mean it's getting there. I'm glad things are better.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a long road ahead. There's a long road ahead for great.
Absolutely.
Right.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry, COVID downer.
I know. They're so easy to accidentally have.
What other things? I mean, now we've gotten all the real world stuff out of the way.
We did get all the real. We have pants.
Non-real world stuff.
We got pants
we
covered.
The real world exists. We acknowledge you have to. Anything when you say the word Minneapolis, you have to acknowledge the real world exists. And then now we're gonna move on.
Yep. So in light of COVID though, you can play we've been playing a lot more games. Now I'm fortunate that I have another gamer in the house with me. So Jim is as hardcore of a gamer as I am. When we're not being crazy and have the table covered in video gear, which is what it is covered with right now, we play a few games every now and again. Now, you've been designing, obviously.
So our number one thing is obviously, we talked about the fancy squirrely dies. We show at conventions, right?
Right.
I'm so bummed.
That is how we build our fan base. And new fans are how games happen for tiny indie publishers like myself. So we have been spending most of our time trying to reinvent our, how we make and sell games.
Sure.
In our new world environment.
Yeah.
Okay. So that has been the focus. And we had to search internally, what could we do that is us? What are we good at? That's always a good question. I'm really, what are we good at? And, how can we bring that and bring to life that for potentially new fans, okay?
Yeah.
If you've interacted with the Fight in the Box community, you realize, considering how small they are, they're really vocal, really supportive, and super
Absolutely.
inclusive.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. I mean, we talked about this last time. They're all over the place from, all walks of life.
Yeah.
So, to this end, and because our next game that we're publishing is Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber.
It's hard. I had to think about it because I couldn't remember exactly how to keep it straight the last time.
Mouse,
cheese, cat, cucumber. Okay.
Cat, cucumber. Mouse, cheese, cat, cucumber. They're in their adversarial pairings, right? The mouse and the cheese, the cat and the cucumber. Those guys. So to that end, and we think making quality stuff and fun is our strength.
Yep, I would totally agree. Yep.
That's what we hope. We hope that's the case, right? I don't, that's our self-delusion. I'm getting old. Things like, where are my shoes? What day is it?
Hey man, those are struggles pants, here too. So I don't want to hear.
Yeah, the real things. And but to this end, we have created The Adventures of Kaiser Cucumber. Oh. Have we talked about this, Kim?
A little bit, but I don't know how much of it made it onto the last stream.
Okay. In The Adventures of Kaiser Cucumber, it is a comic strip.
Okay.
In 13 parts, powered by terrible democracy.
Fun. It's kind of like real life.
Choose your own adventure because that is trademarked. A choose your own adventure is trademarked to the choose your own adventure people. Okay? So you can't use those words. But it is a comic strip powered by terrible democracy. And the reason we say that is all of the Fight fans and everybody who sounds in, we are collectively playing one character. It's a game in 13 parts where we all play as one character.
Nice.
Okay? It's got two components, and we're really happy about this. You'll have what's going on in the world of Mechanical Corners. That's the world that Mouse Cheese is in, right? Cool. And that's all done like it's a black and white movie.
Oh, nice.
Then the other half of the strip, or the other part of the strip, is internal to Kaiser Cucumber and his internal workings.
Okay.
So half of it happens outside in this Victorian weird world.
Okay.
And half of it is Inside Out.
Of
that's
course,
also trademarked.
We can all I think we can all relate to that though.
Right. And so what happens in the outside versus one on the inside, and then we vote about which aspects of Kaiser Cucumber should have their way, and that helps change the world, big and small. Usually it's small things, but sometimes you don't know what the big things are.
Yeah.
And all that leads to changes that will be in the actual Mouse Cheese game and the Mouse Cheese companion book.
Ooh.
So if you want to, Kim, if you want to help shape the next Fight in a Box game,
I'm going to have to get in on this.
I asked you to come and vote. Episode 0, which is, it's a clock. So the first 12 o'clock, it happened. We're going to release that with Gen Con.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. That's only like a week
or so. Yes. So it gives you a little introduction into the world of Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber.
That's
so we've been doing that. I don't know if it is, but it's been super fun to write. I mean, you've seen our posts. It has been super cathartic to storyboard the adventures of an amoral cucumber.
I like it. It fits right in, though. And I go,
it does.
Who do I know would do this? Seppy would do this. Like, of all the,
it's super fun. It's super fun.
That's awesome. Yes, I will be checking it. And we'll share it. Like, so are you going to have it on Facebook? Like, I'll make sure that our folks, if they can't find you, that we'll make sure that they can find it, because...
So, it'll be syndicated a couple other places, too.
Cool.
But yes, if anybody could pick it up and send it out to their folks, we in particular, we're asking people if they have newsletters, because with all the awful in the world, guess what? Nobody wants to interact with social media unless they have to.
Oh, no kidding. We try to have a bright, happy, cheerful place.
I do, too. I mean, I can't like doggo pics or cat pics enough, and I cannot unfollow like awful political stuff more quickly.
Oh, yes.
Like, my feed is so curated. Like, people ask me this occasionally, like, Seppy, how can you stand it? I'm like, well, because I punished Facebook to not show me crap that I don't need so much of.
Yep.
And I always love seeing pictures of people's pets.
Yes. So your Facebook feed sounds like our Facebook feeds, because it is 2 different dog groups that Jim and I are both in. One is a corgi group, because we have a corgi who is too lazy and asleep to come say hi. Oh, she's amazing.
The little blonde ones, or what are the little dark ones?
She's Sable. So she's a little of both. Her name is Waffles.
Awesome.
She is the coolest personality ever, and she is currently she's sometimes kind of like a cat. Like, I don't care what you guys are doing. I will allow you to pet me when I feel the need for you to pet me. So she's off in there taking a nap somewhere. So we follow the disapproving corgis group and occasionally post her in there because she's quite disapproving. And then we have, what's the other one? The Dog Spotting Society. So it's a ton of dogs, a ton of board games, but like fun board game groups that I've kind of been in. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and some Disney stuff occasionally. There's some Walt Disney stuff that's sprinkled in there for me.
We have a long history with wargamers, right? And in particular, the War Machine crowd, some of the one not. So I still follow Scorn memes. That's that group is they're always posting awful. It's pretty funny. Off the wall stuff. Yeah, what I thought was Hassan Minhaj. I don't know if you watch his Patriot Act on Netflix. He has a whole spiel at the end of one of his last season saying, this seems weird from a guy who wants to give you something new you should care about every week. You shouldn't feel bad about picking and choosing the things that you can champion.
Oh, yeah.
We can't all care about everything all the time. We will lose our minds.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so he gave a list of things that he was going to let go. And I'm like, you should care some. But you can't champion everything, and you can't just follow it. And especially now,
you can't give enough energy for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to try to make the world a little bit better place in the area you are. I think we are all in that responsibility. Yeah. But still, you can't try to do everything all the time. You won't do anything. Yeah, you will lose your mind. And so, I think
I like to do the funny stuff. So if I can find most of the time, if you're on my regular Facebook page, it's stupid Kim tricks is what I end up posting, and it's just the dumb things I do when I'm tired, I'm just not because if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, really? And so Jim gets a front row seat to this chaos all the time.
When our social media Logan wants people to laugh at me, he goes, Seppy, we need to post a Seppyism.
Yes, they called him Kimisms at my job one time.
Yeah, it's like something that only you would say that everybody is just going to laugh at your dumb ass. Yep. I'm like, okay.
Yep. Yeah, and you go, I can deliver. See, this is why you and I are kindred spirits, Seppy, because... Yeah. But yeah, poor Jim gets a front row seat to the Kim show.
Oh, that sounds fun.
24/7.
Sounds fun.
I don't know if that's the
It
recommendation he would give. There's a lot of. There's just Jim often closes his eyes, just shakes his head at me. Like it's just the response. Like I don't know what to do with you, Kim. Can't me either.
I know I'd get in trouble if I actually laughed at you.
It's okay if I'm laughing. You're usually safe to laugh.
Yeah, if you play online games with me and you like do something terrible, I laugh really loud. I think it's hysterical.
I'm like, why not? Laughter is the best medicine, so I use it a lot.
We were streaming like something we called the 2 Century Club. The combined 4 people playing this game was over 200 years of gaming experience.
Wow. Nice. That's awesome.
And so, yeah, all
I would
these
tune
old
in and watch
guys
that.
as we played games. That was super intriguing. You said Kim, you were interested in Dungeons and Dragons.
We do. So Jim even DMs sometimes. I will never be a DM. That's never going to happen because I'm going to be like, all right, you guys, I'm trying to lead you this way and you're going over here. Like I would just spill the story. I'd give too much away.
She'd railroad. She would.
It would be terrible.
All plutonium all the time. We are in a hallway, not
with one door.
It's one door.
It wouldn't be good. So Jim is definitely, but I love playing. We play predominantly over, like right now we've been doing it over Zoom or something like that, Discord, and there's been a debate, and I'm curious how you feel about this. If you play online, do you use real dice or do you use electronic dice who will screw you?
Whatever the group wants to do, I'm not. Dice aren't my focus. I try to take historically. I'm one of those players who says their luck is terrible, right?
Oh yeah, I roll terribly.
I'm always trying to like limit the exposure of dice as much as possible. So dice, whatever it is.
Those electronic ones.
Like, if it's something that everybody's gonna enjoy, like, or at least see, then I like the electronic dice, I guess, because then people can see how spectacular, and then I can actually keep a statistical spreadsheet of what I roll, and then post it because we have proof.
That's true.
I
did roll this 20.
Rolling online. It's a good thing about rolling online is a lot of times they do have those logs of your results, so you can say, "Look, I rolled 1, 1, 3, 4, 3."
I'm not kidding.
It has been 3 sessions since you rolled anything over a 15.
Right.
Well, Seppy, you and I know that the robots get me, so that's my whole aversion to using dice that aren't in my hand. I feel like at least then
dice bots.
If I
you
roll,
feel like they're dice bots?
There are dice bots on top of the robots who make me buy things that I shouldn't buy online, and come and take over my stream and crash it. So technology's out to get me. Full dice, regular dice here.
I got 2 things about the D&D. Number 1, I love world building and I love being a GM, and so I generally try to not always get there. But I try to set up in my week 2 hours of prep for every 1 hour play.
Yeah.
What that does for a DM like me, I understand that that's a success if players interact with 30% of the stuff that I wrote. I've made myself stuff super unenticing if they drop below that number, right? And it's really exciting if they go over that number. And the stuff that they don't interact with is all stuff that will come back to haunt them.
That's cool.
The mechanisms of the things that I'm writing in the world, all that stuff ends up being stuff that it's relevant to their character's journey, or the struggles in the world, and if they care about the world, or if they want to burn the world down, they can oppose or agree with the things. So
I admire.
So that is how I write, with that expectation. Yeah,
I admire anyone with the ability. So we're at a campaign that a DM he's built this entire world, and I admire anyone who has the brain power and the capacity and the creativity to do that. Because you'd be in a square tavern, there'd be a horse. I mean, it would be real. It would be real.
I do warn players about the type of content before the session. Like, I'll say, hey, I wrote this as an open box sandbox. You need to go find the adventure you want to enjoy in the session.
That's cool.
Right? And things are going on in the world, you do that. Or I say, okay, you've been dropped into this situation. Be prepared for plutonium. Just gonna get you there, right? You have been put into forces beyond your control, and don't frustrate yourself or get frustrated if you hit the walls of plutonium. And this way, everybody can set their expectations, and setting their expectations can help them know how best to enjoy the adventure as a player.
Yeah. Now you did like was it a charity D&D that you did that you took your character to? You know, your character with your Minnesotan accent.
Oh, okay. So I love the D6 Generation guys. They really helped with our first Kickstarter for End of the Line. They were trying to shake the COVID blues, and they're like, hey, we want to do this thing for the published module from 5e, the Mines of Philander, or whatever. I think that's something close to it. Felondir. Yeah, the Mines of Felondir. And so they're like, hey, Seppy, you want to play this character? And I was like, I pondered hard. I never get to be, I'm not offered to play very much. And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, what kind of character do I want to play? And they're like, you're going to be an elven sage. And I'm like, okay, an elven sage. And so I pondered for a week how to make my character like a real thing. And so I ended up with a pirate starfinder who's from the northern Uftalala temple of the elven sages.
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh, I love that.
He's so much fun to play him. You betcha.
Oh my gosh. That's the one thing I wish we did more of, were voices with our characters, because I like doing it, but no one else has, so I'm just kind of like, all right, fine, this is what Venelore is saying. But I love that. That would be a blast.
Oh, pirate. Oh, I can't. Oh. It's just not enough words to say, Kim.
Don't you know?
And Pyric has also a way of happening into innuendo and not understanding it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so he often will run up to something, hit 3 or 4 innuendos, and then everybody will laugh, and then he will then play out like he doesn't understand what happens, because he tells all these potentially salacious stories about the Northern Sage Temple.
Fantastic. Jim, we need this character to come visit.
So Pyric, I think because of summer family scheduling stuff, Russ, who's running it from D6, he put it on a pause after episode 4.
Yeah.
But I think he's working to create a more consistent vehicle for that. I hope that happens.
Cool.
I'd be very happy to.
Yeah.
I'd be very happy to continue to play as Pyric. Oh my god.
It's nice when you get a character that's near and dear to your heart. That's fun to play. Like that's really when D&D.
He uses. Have you played some 5e, Jim? Have you played some 5e?
Yeah.
And so he only uses Ray of Frost, right? And so every time he uses Ray of Frost, I don't say, I use Ray of Frost, I say, feel the power of the Nord!
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I love Big Pirate Starfinder. I think, oh my god, he's so good.
Oh man. See, Jim, that's
yeah.
So
those are things.
I know everybody came here to see a little sneak peek, so I guess, I mean, I could sit and talk to Seppy all day, every day, so I guess.
This is boring. Who wants to see me?
I will say, like, I have to preface before I, like, transition us over to the game. If you have never had the opportunity to have Seppy demo a game for you, your life will be... He is my favorite person to have show me a game. Like, he can make me buy...
So nice.
He'll make me buy every one of them, man. Like, because you're just so much fun. Like...
The in-person demo is way better than the online demo. You know, I do a lot of stuff in the in-person demo.
Oh, yeah.
I jump around, I sing, I keep people entertained.
He's
I make
so
really
much
off-color jokes.
It's my favorite. It's always the first booth I go to at Origins. Like, Well, it helps because we usually come on Wednesday, and you guys are in the hall that is not closed down on Wednesday, so we can come see you a day early.
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome. So, yes,
awesome.
make sure if you once someday we all get to go to conventions again, and the only thing we worry about is normal con crud, that you go get yourself a demo from Mr. Seppy. But we'll give you what we can. Now, Seppy, before I train, do I need to? I'm gonna I'm
One
also
last
gonna
thing,
say,
we're talking about conventions. One more thing before we're talking about conventions.
Oh yeah.
Gen Con Online, the events are posted.
Yep.
We managed to finagle to make our events free. That was very hard.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because everything was like $2, right?
Right. Usually everything is $2. You had to have a dialogue with Gen Con to get your events to be free and
gotcha.
Cite reasons why. All our events are Hedgehog Hop events. Maybe there'll be some private other TTS events if you participate in the other ones. I haven't guaranteed those. But if you go to the Gen Con and registration is free now for everybody.
Yes, which is really cool, yeah.
If you search for Sovereignty or Hedgehog Hop, you can see any of our events. And you'll get to see it on the new Sovereignty digital platform.
Ooh, that's cool.
That is how we're doing it. It is Sovereignty's new digital platform is pretty good. Pretty good. So
I'm gonna have to check
we're excited.
That out.
Rules enforcement has been a thing that people have been looking for in their board game simulators.
Yeah.
And a way to feel like you're still playing the board game rather than the stuff. And Sovereignty really tries to connect those kind of two things. So we're excited about it. That platform's in its closed beta.
Yeah.
So this will be a chance for you to check out that platform and check out the
That's
Hop.
a win-win.
If you're fans of the Hop, we are hoping to do two things with the Sovereignty digital platform. We're hoping to cross our fingers, animate the hedgehog so that when you are prepping for a combo in the Hedgehog Hop, you can see them start dancing with each other.
Oh my gosh!
And I am working on a Super Hedgehog Hop just for the digital platform. Because there are combos in the Hop.
Yeah.
There are also combos that you could do with the entire line of guys that you're moving along.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a new dynamic scoring and a new way, if you're fans of the Hop, to make your brain explode that you could not do with the simple digital the board game, because you just couldn't get enough backup dancers, right?
Yeah.
The scoring of the Super Hop, so Super Hop.
Oh my gosh, that's
so
exciting.
If you're fans, those are things for the Gen Con Online. But I would check it out. Everybody in the industry is trying to figure out how to do an online convention, correct?
Yes.
A lot of the role-playing people have decided, we just can role-play it online. So you'll see the largest number of events being associated with role-playing people.
Yep.
So if you're role-players, you definitely figure that out. But then for us on the board game end, who's doing a lot of events and why, and so on, who's got it right. And I would love your feedback, Kim, if you go do some of these things, who you think got it right.
Yeah, as a consumer, it's been confusing. Like, the online conventions have been confusing as a consumer and as a content creator, because you're still like, I don't know where to go. I'm not sure about this. Like, it's just a lot of unknowns. And I think Gen Con's...
I'm gonna be writing up a blog post about what an online convention could be like from my perspective. But the short of it, I was talking to Jeff Tidwell, Atlas Games gameplay, right? Jeff Tidwell.
Oh yeah.
Good job on Dice Miner. If you guys have not gotten to play Dice Miner or review Dice Miner,
I want to see that one.
It's cuckoo bananas. It's so good. It is so good. So I would do that. But we were talking about it, and right now you have the monolithic mainstream. Like, what did we add to the mainstream? And then maybe people go to the side things depending on what's going on on the main column, right? But that's not how people actually enjoy a convention, right? So what it should be like, in a non-sociopath way, it should be like Facebook, where the algorithm learns what you like, but there's just a chance of everything going on. You just keep on scrolling through things until you find something engaging.
Yes.
And then you go and stop. And you do it again. And then, things with a bigger booth presence would pop up more often in how it's evolving. And maybe the main stage would be in a place. But that's sort of I feel like that's how an online convention should be.
Yeah.
It should be sort of a using the technology for access and really embrace the carnival,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
And as I'm close to a carny myself, as you've seen my demo. I of course want to. Back. I worked with a person who was a third generation carny. Did I ever tell you about this?
No.
He and I used to argue. He said it's only 2 generations. That first generation had a traveling zoo.
Okay.
He's a third generation.
Totally
carny.
not the same thing.
Third generation carny.
Yeah, I think Gen Con's doing a good job of, there's some video content that you can consume to help you navigate it if you're unsure. So
they're really trying to do something, they're being a portal to then send people to everybody else's stuff, and that's a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the best that they can do considering the emergency it is and whatever it is. So, yeah. So.
Well,
Right.
Gen Con Online. So without further ado, I'm going to flip us over here to, now I have Tabletop Simulator so everybody can see it.
Whee!
Woohoo!
All right.
Now, I'm not great at Tabletop Simulator. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Which of you, Jim or Kim, have eaten cheese the most recently?
What, maybe a tie?
When did you eat cheese last, either of you guys?
Lunch.
Probably at the same time.
Yeah.
Lunch yesterday?
We had, they call them squealing grilled cheeses. That's a story for another day.
Who's the slower eater?
Oh, Jim.
That's
All right, so then you have had cheese most recently. So this is
there you go. I like that.
Remember, if you hit Alt, you can see the picture of the person who has Frida Kahlo is our first turn marker, please. You want to take a look at that?
Nice.
Frida Kahlo is
right
one
there.
of the masterpieces in the mouse cheese cucumber. We took 27 or more classical paintings, I think currently, and changed them to art that would be appropriate for the world of mechanical corners. If you go to findindabox.com, you can see we redid our whole site in a gallery theme, getting ready for the Adventures of Kaiser Cucumber and Mouse Cheese Cat Cucumber.
Cool.
Okay, so
hang on one second. Hang on, before we switch. Hang on, I'm switching us back. This is being dumb. Hang on. I'm putting us back. Keep your hands up. Be excited. I'm gonna fix one thing because it looks like it's somehow grabbed an old. I'm looking at it. I'm going. It doesn't show us moving around on the thing. Like, hang on. Let's fix this.
They're not moving.
So talk amongst yourselves for just a moment.
It's mouse, cheese, cat, cucumber.
There's a whole dance.
I slowed it down for you, Kim. I'm like,
I appreciate that greatly.
In the world of mouse, cheese, cat, cucumber, it's an asymmetrical game that plays in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on your group. It is a mystery and maze builder.
Okay.
It has multiple game modes. The multiplayer mode is 2 to 4 players, and it has the stats that I just said. It also has 2 solo modes and a co-op puzzle mode.
Okay.
So the solo mode is, and you can do the solo modes co-op, obviously. You play as one and one. Is the whodunit mystery and the Great Escape.
Okay.
Yep. And the third one is the mystery puzzle. Now, there are 28 playable tiles in the game. If you put the 28 tiles together, it will give you clues on what is happening in the world of mechanical corners.
Oh.
Interesting. All right, Tabletop Simulator, why are you being a jerk?
I don't know.
I can see it right there just fine.
Do I need to start over?
No, you're good. You are still live and happening, and everyone can see you. Haha. Because I figured out some stuff. I just can't get Tabletop Simulator to cooperate with us.
Uh-oh.
Like, it's working on my computer just fine, but my screen grab is grabbing when we first started it.
Are you using the application? Are you using the application for Discord or using the web version for Discord?
I'm using the web version for Discord.
You just have a browser window and it's working?
Yeah.
You're not using the desktop version?
I don't think
one
so.
of you was using the desktop version, you could just screen share your Tabletop Simulator and you could post to that.
Okay, let's see here.
Using the web version, you might be running into some of these problems.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Ooh, I can. Yeah, so it's totally responsive to me. It just my screen capture doesn't like it.
Yeah,
I don't want to leave.
that might be a thing.
Yeah.
When we stream our playtests of these games, we have somebody who's running the desktop app streamed directly into this Discord channel, like you all our videos going on. That's how we make it happen. But you guys have an extra level of difficulty because you're doing stuff.
We're special kids, man. Oh, haha!
Stuff.
Ha, ha. Whoa! That's not what I want. I want display 1. I think I may have it. Nope, I don't.
Do you think you? No. Oh, it's so sad. This is so good.
No!
The sneak peek,
the sneak peek is just ours, and you guys can't see it. You can get a big black screen.
You guys can't see it. It's so good.
Story of my life.
We're near final art for it, so if you guys, like Jim's gonna oogle it, like alt over the mouse and the characters. Look how good those guys are.
Oh my god, that cucumber's so cool. The art on this is really... Who did the art for this one?
Great.
Who did the art for this one?
Cucumber is great. He is just, oh my gosh, so good. This is also done by the same artist who did Head Talk Top. That is Mark Eberhard.
Okay.
What would you like? How would you like me to proceed, Kim?
Keep talking about how awesome it is.
We could just talk about it.
You know what
I don't know if I can share my screen.
What happens if I move?
Share my screen.
If I move you guys there, Jim, how do I get Tabletop Simulator to move? We fought with this yesterday.
I'll get it.
Oh, you got it?
Stop my stream. Camera off.
Except he has ability.
Can you see? Can you see my desktop?
Maybe. Hang on. Watch stream. Haha! Well, now it's giving me a whole lot of cool, crazy stuff.
Can we just watch Jim's stream and I'll go back to video?
Yeah, go back to video. And
mine is geriatric squirrels. We've said that before. As long as you guys can see some of it on Jim's stream.
So there's Jim.
Can you see it on Jim's stream, Kim?
Yep, let me do game.
Here's your oops you promised.
I promised one, right? I had this so pretty and set up, and I'm so annoyed by it. I was like, I had this so pretty and set up, and then it was frozen. It was showing where we still picked our colors.
From the very beginning.
Yeah. Sorry about that, you guys. Always something. It's the bots.
I'm sorry to be an old guy.
It's the bots.
Sorry to be an old guy, just, gumming up the works with old guy stories, talking about dumb
There
stuff.
we go. It's all good. You didn't. All right, now we're rocking and a rolling. Give me just a second. And now I could almost keep us in there, but I don't think I'm going to. Y'all see enough of my pretty face.
See the little bouncing arrows?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing stuff.
All right.
I know you guys are on a tight schedule, so how much time left do I have?
You're good.
To talk about stuff.
You've got all the time. I don't have anything else until 2 today.
Okay, then let's chill a little bit and let's try to get a game in. Are you guys both in the game now?
Yep, we are moving and grooving. I gotta move.
All right, we're all good for the spiel.
So. Kim, you need a transition.
What do I need to do? I did. I'll do it again. Nope. You lied, Jim. That hiccup was brought to you by Jimmy Breeze, because I was in the right spot.
Delay.
The only thing I need, Jimbo, is I still would really like to have my Steam screen, because I can see your game, but now I can't get to mine.
You got to be able to play.
I need to pull Steam over here. Nope. How did we do that the other night? We had this problem the other night, too. Like when I'm in Tabletop Simulator. Come here, you.
Okay.
Do I hit what when I'm in it to make the box small? From full screen? Jim Breeze, I'm asking you.
Alt-Enter.
Alt-Enter. I was hitting Alt-Click. I didn't do it. Alright. Now, let me double check this, and then I think we're good. Yep, we're fine. Okay.
Whatever screen we're using, I'm going to count on you to do the alt close-ups of the things.
Jim, you're in charge. Ha 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 ha. I'm in.
All right. Okay. Are we ready to go?
We are.
Yes.
All right, sweet. Welcome to Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber.
I'm so
We are
excited.
playing the multiplayer version of Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber. We determined Jim as a slow eater has eaten cheese most recently, so he will go first. He gets Frida Kahlo so that he can see who is first. You know, and all online gaming, I super recommend making sure you have a visual cue for whose turn it is, because it helps keep things moving.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, a Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber is asymmetrical, which means every character wins a different way.
Oh,
the mouse will win. This is a maze builder game. So the mouse will win if at the end of the game they can path to the cheese.
Okay.
So if you see, the mouse is here. He goes through this maze tile and can then get to the cheese. Does that make sense?
It does.
Tim and
it
Jim.
Does.
Okay. In this way, he would be cut off, but in this way, they would be able to reach each other. Okay. The caveat is he cannot be connected to by the cat. If the cat gets him, then he loses. Okay.
Okay.
Conversely,
Makes sense.
If the cat can get to the mouse without the mouse getting to the cheese, cat wins.
Hmm.
So you see, this the two of them are connected through this path.
Yep.
From here to here. Oop. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear you nodding. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yes, sir,
right.
yes, sir.
Now the cheese wins if these two characters can't get to each other. The cheese wants everybody to get along. It is neutral. It is Swiss.
Ah, well played.
So, if this situation happens, see how nobody can path to their appropriate target?
Yep.
The cheese will win.
Oh, the cheese stands
Now
alone.
the cucumber is a sadist and wants everybody to be trapped together so he can see what they do to each other when they're trapped with each other.
Ah, okay.
If this situation happens where the characters can path to each other,
Yep.
cucumber will win.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cucumber's not actually played on the board anywhere.
No, he ends the game.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that. All right. So our starting maze looks like this, and everybody's going to get a hidden role. With us playing a 3-player game, one of the roles will not be played, which makes the game spicy.
Ooh.
Okay? So we're going to talk about everybody's flip power in a second.
Okay.
But first, we're going to talk about how the game is played. You know, Kim, as a design philosophy, I love elegant gameplay.
Of course.
I want you to not worry about the what you're doing as much as the why you're doing it.
Yep.
Okay? So we're gonna have a conveyor belt because you know I love a conveyor belt.
Nice.
I'm a fan. Okay, we're gonna have a conveyor belt of these tiles. Let's put it over here, I guess. I have a conveyor belt of these tiles for the maze. Okay. On your turn, the only thing that you do is pick one of these tiles and add it to the maze.
Okay.
So we have 4 tiles available on our conveyor belt at any one time. And all you do is place it orthogonally next to any of the tiles that are out there. That's all you do.
Cool.
Okay? Now, what happens when you do that is determined by the tile that you place, where you play it.
Okay.
Okay? So, if you place a tile next to another tile, you check to see if the tile that you placed, we're placing this tile, has any cogs on that tile that touches another tile. Okay?
Yep.
And so this one is touching this one with its cog. Do you see why that is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay? So since this is a light tile and it has an arrow, it says turn the neighboring tile counterclockwise. Boop.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then it would be the next player's turn. It's that simple. Now, the deal is if you played the tile this way, nothing would be rotated. Right? You get to choose what the orientation of the tile is when you play it. And if you play it like this, nobody would be rotated because the cogs there's no cog that lines up with the neighbor.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay? You don't have to complete the cogs like this. That doesn't do anything. It's just whether or not you have a half cog touching a neighbor tile.
Okay.
So that is called rotate. So the very first thing you do is pick a tile and you place it, and then you do any rotation. Now the last thing you would do is then check to see if you placed your tile next to one of the non-dairy characters.
I like that.
Okay? So if you place this
Easy
next to the
remember.
mouse, non-dairy characters, if you place this next to the mouse or the cat, the mouse, that character is forced to move through the tile that you just played.
Okay.
So if you place this one, like let's say it's your turn and you place this one here, the very first thing you would do is rotate this counterclockwise because it said to do that. And now this character would have to move through this tile. Since it's your turn, you get to pick where he exits.
Oh, okay.
You go exit here, 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 or here. That makes sense? Why you would get to choose those places?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has to go through the tile, and if he goes through the tile here or here, these are the possible exits out of this tile, because it takes him through the other stuff. Does that make sense, Kim?
Yep, I like it.
Hey, all right. So the other thing that you can do during your turn, at the very beginning of your turn, you can reveal, because this is a hidden agenda game, you can reveal which character you're siding with to win victory. Okay? Because this asymmetrical game, it's hidden roles. If you reveal that you are the mouse character, you can use the mouse's secret power, which is the mouse can ignore any wall that is touching a mouse hole. So let's say you're here and you reveal that you're the mouse and you play this tile. This mouse would be able to then move through that tile because there's a mouse hole right here. Right? So he'd be able to go through there and grab the cheese. That makes sense?
Sneaky.
Okay.
All right. So the non-dairy characters can actually win during the game by running during their movement, running over their objective. Okay. Otherwise, all the characters can win when the maze is completed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're the mouse and somehow you run over the cheese during gameplay by moving him over there, you can win that way.
Okay.
If you're the cat and you can run over the mouse or have the mouse run over you during gameplay, you can win that way as well.
Oh, okay. So either or. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're hearing noises in the background, it's my husband putzing with breakfast. Sorry about that.
No worries. He's quieter than Muffler Man. So now, does the cheese ever move since it doesn't have legs?
No, it is a royal cheese, Kim. You cannot ask the cheese to move.
That's what I thought.
The only time the cheese moves is if the cat activates the cat's secret power. And the cat's secret power is to switch places with the cat and the cheese before taking its turn. Okay? So the mouse gets to use mouse holes. The cat gets to use the big swap. The cheese gets to do a free rotate of any tile. Okay? Any tile gets to be rotated, and then they get to take their turn as normal. And the cucumber has the most powerful ability, which is normally you can also play a tile on top of another tile if the walls line up. Let's say I want to play this tile. I could play this tile here because the walls are exactly the same. I couldn't play it this way, but I could play it this way. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you could do that. Well, the cucumber's ability says you can play another tile on top of another tile or anywhere else like a normal play without restriction. So he could take this tile. Since he is the master of our mechanical maze, he could play this tile like that.
Okay.
And then he takes his turn normally. Okay?
All right.
That makes sense. You now see all the secret powers.
I like it.
All right. Okay, so we're going to group these guys up. We're going to shuffle this up. Okay. We're gonna deal 1 to orange. We're gonna deal 1 to purple. We're gonna deal 1 to white, and we're gonna put 1 away.
All right.
All right. Okay.
I did not mess
now
with that
we're
'cause
gonna
I lose cards in my hand a lot on Tabletop Simulator.
Well, you can flip it over.
It's a challenge, man.
You can flip it over, and only you will be able to see it.
Oh, that works too.
Know. Okay, so you can group it up. Hit the F button. We'll shuffle this up. Okay. Now, deck setup is specific. Okay. All right, deck setup is specific. We're going to split this deck in half. Whee! Split it into 2. I'm going to split this deck in 2. All right. Why? Do we have a tile missing somewhere? These should both be 13.
What's this one? Oh, that's the one we put away.
Feel like a tile has gone missing.
Do we have two still? Nope. I was gonna say, do we have two stacked on each other anymore? No.
That is weird. How has this happened?
The bots.
All right, that's easy to fix.
The bots.
Yeah, the bots. This is super easy to fix. All right, object summon. There we go.
I'm really glad Seppy is controlling this stream or controlling this table because it would be a hot garbage mess if it were me.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
if we
real
find
glad
that
it's
extra
him.
missing, if we find that extra tile, we'll have to figure it out. Okay, here comes this. Okay. Our maze always starts with these type of tiles. We're gonna split this in half. Split it in two. So they should both be. I should say one is 12 and one is
weird.
Huh.
Bots.
Why did it split it weird? Huh.
Well,
because it's a
13.
Tabletop Rebellion stream.
We just had 28 and one just went missing.
Where does it go while it's on the thing?
Yeah, no, like I grouped them back up and went back to 26. That is so weird. All right, we're just gonna try it again. Split it in half. Take this from the 13. Okay, there's some hole in the universe right here. All right, just so you know. All right, the bottom half of the deck we're gonna take out. We're gonna flip this over. We're gonna take out 1, 2, 3 cards. Flip this over. We're gonna add the cucumber. We're gonna group them all up, and we're gonna shuffle them up. Now, normally in an in-place game, we would make it all one deck.
Okay.
But for Tabletop Simulator being fussy about how you do cards, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do this. I hope it didn't mess things up. Sometimes when it regroups itself, it messes things up. But that's what did you just do? Okay. There you go.
Cool. The joys of technology, right?
We're just going to make it a separate pile.
Yep.
With the cat being on top of that pile. Okay. That's all should be one deck. But Tabletop Simulator sometimes loses it's mine. With the cat being on top of the second half of the deck.
Okay.
And the other thing is then we will shuffle this guy up. Shuffle.
Cool.
Okay.
I like how I like how those rolls are then like embedded there in the deck, so then they kind of random.
So halfway through the game,
Halfway
through the game, the cat's going to show up, and at the end of the game, the cucumber could show up to end everybody's fun.
Yep.
Okay? So that is how it goes. All right. Sorry to make this laborious. I hope I still have everybody. Okay.
I think so. I think we're all still here.
All right, we're all still here. So Jim, now is your time. This is a Learn As You Play demo. Okay. I gave you all the instructions on what should happen. Right. You know, if you want to know how your character wins, just go with common sense. But also, if you alt over the top of your thing, you can see which connections need to happen at the end of the maze to make your character happen. Okay? All right.
Pick one.
Take your rotation in the upper right-hand corner of Tabletop Simulator and turn it to 90 for this game. So that will help you out. All right. So you play that tile there. Play that tile there. And then first you check for rotation. There is none. And then you do move.
Okay.
Oh, good job. You're an expert, Jim.
He usually is.
Made this happen. And then we go like this. And now, Kim, it's your turn. So that is also sending us a real signal to the board that Jim's like, screw that mouse. I am not the mouse.
A little bit.
Get that mouse away from that cheese. Or he could be playing the long game, and he is secretly the mouse, and he's already in your head, Kim. He's already up in there.
I think I'm going to play this one.
He's already up in there.
Whoa.
He's making it happen.
Oof.
Okay. Okay. So we check for rotation, and there is none in that.
Yep.
And then we check to see if there's a move, and there's no movement, and that would be the end of your turn. Are you happy with that turn, Kim?
I think so. I feel like I'm planning for later. Does that make sense?
That's great. Okay, so it would now be my turn. Frida Kahlo should have passed to Kim.
Okay.
Oh.
The power of Frida Kahlo was too much for Kim, so we kept
true.
it from her.
It's true. If I have to put a card in my
powerful.
hand, you just don't want me to do it. I'm just going to break it.
It's the stuff. Okay.
Ooh, that's a neat kind of tile.
I'm unsure who is who, but this all mouse hole tile is very powerful, and I don't want that to go into a weird place. So I'm going to put that centrally located.
That's a cool looking tile.
It is the secret painting workshop of the mouse. It is all mouse holes. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm going to pass Frida Kahlo.
Oh, yeah.
You don't do a movement with that one?
If I was the mouse and I revealed, I would be forced to move through it. But right now, I don't have access to the mouse hole, so I would just bump into it and stop.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Oh, the pressure. Do you guys have music going on in your channel? Like the Jeopardy music?
No, we need to. I haven't.
no.
One thing at a time. I gotta get the streams to work first, and then
I understand. Don't
the...
cross the streams. Okay. All right, now that won't cause the mouse to move because you did not play the tile directly next to the mouse.
Sure.
I know. I was like, "Woo, that's getting awful close to some cheese." I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, it might be. There's some possible cheese. Maybe Jim did fool us.
Oh no! Now it's in my hand. I didn't want to do that. You'll never get it back.
I'll take it back. It's fine.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna flippity. I can. It's Q to rotate, right?
Yep, but you should
Slowly.
change your rotation number from 15 degrees to 90 degrees.
I should, because we're gonna be here for days.
Yeah, it's like
Please
you're
hold.
taking your time with that rotation.
I don't. Wee. There you go.
Is this what you want to play?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Keep on going on with your turn.
Woo! We're gonna put him down here.
Okay, now the limit is 5x5.
Oh.
We're not there yet, which is so you
but
know.
good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Now that we're reaching that limit, 5x5 is the thing. Okay. All right.
Oh,
so I'm gonna take
Yep.
Frida Kahlo.
Bye, Frida Kahlo.
I'm gonna do this.
I like the little gears on the walls. Like I like this. Per usual, I really like the art in this one. It's really cute.
I'm gonna do this.
All right, so we can't make it any wider than it is now.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know. I need to remember.
So Frida Kahlo goes over here to Jim.
Who do I think everybody is? I don't. I'm bad at hidden rolls. I'm so bad at hidden rolls. I'm like, maybe, I don't know. I know who I am. I know you're not that thing, but that's all that I know. Oh, I see what you did there.
I'm gonna do this.
Huh. Are these extra gears on the? Are they just? They're just cool extra gears that are on the. That are on that card.
You're talking about the art on the card.
Yeah, is that
the
just
actual 3D gears versus the gear icons. Is that what you're talking about?
So those are just extra cool looking gears on the card.
You use them because remember, there's a cooperative puzzle building mode.
Oh.
You take all these tiles and you arrange them, and so those are clues on how the 28 tiles fit together. So are they cool? Yes. Are they functional in this version of the game? No. Are they functional in the game? Period. They are functional in the game. In the puzzle version of the game.
That sounds like that would be a lot different. Like you would want that in your hand to.
The puzzle version, it's basically you're throwing it out all on the table and see if you can put it together. It's
cool.
weird to have a puzzle that has smooth sides, right?
Yes.
Or you have to look at the art for why the two of them fit together. It's a thing.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Check for rotation.
I don't think.
Is there any rotation?
I don't think so, because he doesn't go anywhere, obviously.
Okay. And then we would add another tile.
And then you can have Frida Katma.
Frida Kahlo. We love Frida Kahlo.
I really like that.
Okay, here's the Monachisa, if you see. Monachisa is on this one, if you want to alt on that.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
We love the Monachisa.
Oh my gosh. Yet again,
okay.
Seppy has a really, really just smart... I love all the little hidden details, like, that you guys put into your games.
You can tell we were locked, at home working on this game. This is the most fantastic $13. I think that's what this is going to cost.
Wow.
Most fantastic $13 game in the history of games.
Now,
we're going to do a deluxe
kickstarting
edition
this?
too.
Oh, no. You know how
yes,
it
at
goes.
the end of the Mouse Cheese Adventure,
Okay.
we are going to kickstart this.
Cool.
So I'm going to go here.
Well, we'll have to get in on that.
Let's go counterclockwise.
Oh my gosh.
And there you go. And then we'll go like this. And then here we go. And then we'll play Frida Kahlo. And there you go.
Oh man, I don't know who either of you are yet. Oh yeah, we will totally be. And that's what I love these games. Like what you've said before in the past. Squirrel or Die, Hedgehog Chop, these small box games. Super easy to transport, but there's a lot of game in here. For both.
Well, we try to make that the case, right? Approachable, smart, replayable.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the cat has come out during Jim's turn.
Oh boy.
Now the cat has to go as close to the cheese as possible.
Okay.
Okay. So that means it could go here, or it could go here. Jim, you get to pick where you want the cat to go.
Will this tell me?
Whoops.
This is going to tell me nothing.
Okay. And we can just grab all this stuff and shimmy it now. That's the
you can.
The benefit
I could not have.
Okay, and then
I would have flipped the table. We did flip the table last night. Okay.
And
oh man.
Okay.
I think I want. Oh, this got thinky all of a sudden on me. Okay. Yes. Q. Whoa! I queued too far. Why does it? Why? I want you to go. I want that wall to face there. Did you see that it only lets me 90?
Yeah, go ahead. Just keep on rotating. You'll get
I
there.
did. There we go. In my hand, it kept doing the other one at 180. It was very confusing.
All right. That would cause a 4-way to rotate, which doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are both punishing that mouse pretty seriously. I do not think that either of you are the mouse anymore. Okay. So I'll do this.
There's that.
Okay. All right. Go like this. Go like this, because that makes this rotate clockwise.
Oh my gosh.
This
is really clever, Seppy. I like this whole rotating. I love the idea of the rotating pieces.
Yeah, I mean, we're really proud of the website version of it, too. You can see it. You go to firebox.com, mouse cheese, cat cucumber, you can see it. We also have our placeholder page for the Adventures of Kaiser Cucumber. We're very excited about it. Here's Frida Kahlo, Jim. We're getting to the end of all things.
I mean, it's so sneaky because you're like, oh man, like that was a great place to put that now, but now it's rotated. Oh no, like I don't want that to happen. I love it.
Take this one.
This is a very ziggy-zaggy hallway.
It is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So does the cat move then?
Did you place it right next to the cat? He did.
Yeah.
So yes, the cat would have to move through that tile. It could exit on the other side of the cheese here, or it could exit here.
Oh my gosh.
Because if this is a great question, it could go through here. He can't stop on the cheese, but he can go through the cheese. And if the cat goes over the cheese, nothing happens.
Cats don't like cheese.
Okay. All
If it were a
right.
dog.
Well, that's very exciting. I think Jim's giving away that he's the cat.
I think so
He
too.
is trying to close that gap on that mouse pretty aggressively.
Can't prove anything.
How do I?
Can't I?
Ugga dugga dugga. I think.
You can have all the theories you want, but you can't prove anything.
That's
right
true.
here.
It's the cat's job. The cat is a detective. It is obviously the cat's job.
Oh, Lord. I think I'm going to go there.
You go there. This goes clockwise.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
right.
okay with my decisions.
I think Kim just revealed that she's the cheese. So we now have a cat over here. We have the cheese over here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what has happened here in this maze? All right, we're gonna do this. Oh my God! Only 6 cards left before the end of the game. It's the craziest
I'm kind of glad, like, because I'm sitting here with my face in my hands and I'm going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh,
okay.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Here's Frida Catlow.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Will that cat be able to get that mouse? It's getting close. That cat is really closing in on that mouse.
Now, the cat can't move outside of the 5x5,
no,
right? Or the mouse.
No.
Everything has to be within the 5x5.
I like how you phrased that question, Jim. I feel like you just gave a little something away. How you just tagged on, or the mouse, at the end of that. See, now I like this kind of hidden roll stuff better than... I don't do good, like, trying to figure out who the traitor is. I'm terrible at those, like, because
yeah.
But this is a little different. Like, I like this kind of hidden roll.
You eventually will figure it out by how people are playing, and they'll have to do it by necessity, right? The necessity of how the game puts itself together.
Yeah. Oh, Jimbo, it's you. You're probably thinking, but...
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Is that a good kind of thinking?
That's what I smelled.
Can we get this guy off the stream as quickly as possible?
Oh my gosh, never.
So, I mean, Kim, you're a fan of these games. This has the exact same form factor as Hedgehog Hop.
Yeah.
It is, again, 36 of those deluxe tiles, right? That you can take anywhere. It's actually a smaller table profile than the Hop, because, the Hop can go crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it has.
It can be super big.
What are you doing, Jim?
Uh-oh, he's getting back onto that next to that cheese.
What are you doing over there, Jim? I don't know. I'm joking.
That cat has to move because you played this tile, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So that cat has to move.
Okay.
The only place he can go.
I can't line these up very good.
Oh, you had another tile option.
Oh well. I felt very strongly about this one. I can't place it. All right, there we go. That's better.
All right, that's
didn't
good.
touch anything.
Oh, we're getting to the end. We're getting to the end.
Oh, I almost pulled the wrong card out of my hand. That would have been...
All right.
Oh, that was super close.
I'm going to reveal why you should never play with the game designer. I have been the mouse the whole time. You fell into my trap. I'm going to take this tile. I'm going to place it here. I'm going to go here. Use this mouse hole. Here, and I'm going to grab that cheese. And,
so close.
Can get me. Oh, so close.
Oh, man.
So I don't have a chance to respond by switching.
No. I ran over it. I used the ran over victory, and I snatched it right in front
Oh,
of
sneaky snaky.
Now, the cucumber can win. The cucumber and the cheese can only win if we're going to flip the cucumber sometime soon. Not that tile, but the cucumber. Oh, he was on the very bottom of the
Oh, wow.
We would have to play it all. He would have to come up after we only had 3 tiles left. He would have come up and that's.
Now he's not. I would have only revealed that I was him if I wanted to use the special power, because otherwise.
Right.
Okay.
And since he wins by usually showing up too and ending the game, that means you can skip the clock forward once.
Yeah.
By double playing, you flip the clock. Boom, 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 boom.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is super clever. I love how the map changes.
Like clever, like,
oh my gosh.
Like, oh, it's so weird.
Nope. This is totally another one that's like, if there's more game in this box than you would give it credit for, because
there's, like I said, with 4 game modes, there is a lot of game in this game.
That's really cool. The rotating tiles thing is awesome, because that really adds a whole element of it's only in your control for so long.
Some people hate, like, I did not realize when we designed this, there is and rightly so, people are allowed to have their feelings. There is a group of folks who despise tile rotation.
Oh,
I did
it's
not
a new
realize
thing that
it
I
was so
seem to enjoy.
polarizing. Mark and Logan. Mark's our artist, and Logan is our project manager for Kickstarter, for Kickstarters and other things. And they've both been with us since processing. Around that time frame. Logan cannot beat Mark at Hedgehog Hop. Mark cannot win in Mouse Cheese. There's something about the interaction between tiles that one person really, really gets, and the next person's like, what?
Yeah. Hedgehog Hop took me a little bit. Like, there was, the light bulb finally came on after we'd had the game for a little bit, and now I'm like, now I totally get it, but it took me a little bit.
And I can see how that can be a little bit hard to wrap your head around with the tile rotation, because in so many games lately, especially some of the classic ones like Carcassonne, once you lay a tile like that, it stays there.
Oh, I love Carcassonne, and yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And so it's kind of hard to realize, okay, this, we placed, this tile here, but it can be rotated by whatever is placed next to it.
Yeah, it's a really good puzzle.
Changed.
It makes you have to think twice, like, what happens if somebody's able to rotate this? Is that, am I actually helping instead of blocking them?
Yeah, and that's why not knowing who's next also makes the game a little bit quicker, because you're not agonizing over, I'm going to pick the best whatever for the situation.
Yep.
Right? It keeps the games quick.
Yeah.
You're like, that little possibility. We didn't know. I had thought you were the cheese, Kim. I guessed wrong. You were the cucumber, right? You were trying to delay us from winning to the end game.
Yeah.
You were playing actually an excellent cucumber. So
yay!
Good job. So, yeah. No, that was it. And you can see first timey the cat and the mouse having sort of a gotcha element.
Yeah.
When you play the game a few times, everybody's on board with punishing the mouse. After the mouse, if the mouse ever gotchas a group, then yeah, so that is the thing.
Oh my god.
Yes. So,
I don't know if I've ever played a rotating. I don't think I've played a game that I can think of that tile rotates. I like it. Like, I like the mechanism of it, but
yeah, I mean, at least not rotating, beyond the initial placement, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, so all of this happens in the world of mechanical corners.
Makes sense.
When you do puzzle mode, we're going to ask people if they can guess what's happening in the maze. And you can take the 28 playable tiles, and you can figure out the narrative with the help, of course, with the Adventures of Kaiser Cucumber comic strip about what is going on in this maze. Like, how did these 4 characters get entangled?
Yeah.
So
and thematically, yeah. I totally picture these little rooms moving. Like, I can totally see it. I'm excited to see. I want to see his adventures. That's for sure. That's really cool.
Sorry, I just saw the mouse with a pearl earring.
What? Where?
I have it up on this.
Oh, I see it. Oh my gosh! What fun little gems to find.
The masterpieces are all actual artworks that have been redesigned. The Vermeer mouse is the one you're talking about. That's Colossal Painting. It's so good. Yeah, if you want to see like larger versions of them, you can go to fighterbox.com and see the other masterpieces as they are displayed.
Cool.
They also take you through which characters in Mouse Cheese, like which other Fight in a Box games and why.
Oh, nice.
Little cute things. But I think that was good. I don't think we could do any better than that.
I know.
But if you guys have me on again, I'd love to show you Hedgehog Hop on Sovereignty. I'd love to show you guys
do that for sure.
Play some more Mouse Cheese. If you guys just want to like hang out and come to a play test for the stuff, let me know too. You guys
anytime,
are always welcome to come show up and help us work on our next set of games.
We'd be happy to do
next set of games after Mouse Cheese that we're working on. I'm trying to figure out what's in the game dojo to start working up to fighting form. Titles obviously that we're working on are Conquest Princess Pew Pew Pew.
I'm excited about. You did mention that one last time, and I'm real excited about. What you have the most clever names. Like
two. It's gonna be another big box game for us. Two Con of the North. That's our local con. Two Con of the North ago, it hit the table for contesting.
Okay.
And that latest build tested pretty well. We can pick it up from there. We also have Infernal Developments, which is about gentrifying hell. So that is another game we're working on.
Oh, I love how your brain works. Gosh, I just love it.
No, the problem is I write these games and these are the themes I'm excited about, but people are like, the gameplay to that game must be terrible. And it's not terrible. The games are really good.
Now, Seppy, does your husband do what Jim does to me? Do you get a few of those, like, just shaking your heads?
Yeah, I get a lot of that. I mean, he loves games. He sells the world's most powerful junk mail. That's what he does for a living.
Nice.
Yeah. And, when I was an adult and I did marketing, you can tell that that's sort of the seeds of how I go about coming up with a game concept, because marketing is about claiming success when you've failed 90% of the time.
Yeah. Totally.
Right? It's like, I got 10% of the people to respond to this.
That was
I'm a winner. I got 10% of the people to respond to this thing I'm doing. I'm a winner.
Yes.
No.
I do love, you come up with the best titles for your games, though, and I love that.
Aw. I know, we're excited about Mouse Cheese. It's the third in the small Fight in a Box series. It's going to have a limited edition deluxe version. We're either going to make that 150 number, or we're going to maybe double it depending on how the Kickstarter does, if enough people are interested. There will be an art book that will encapsulate the adventures of Kaiser Cucumber and all the masterpieces. A game mat we're hoping for. I've got to find somebody to do it right, because it has to be two-sided. It has to be a side if you're going to use the full card version, or if you're going to use the deluxe version. I feel like that's the only way to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
There is talk, and we haven't figured it out yet. If you guys love the deluxe version, we also do promos for Hedgehog Cop. There's been 3 promos.
Oh yeah, yep. I think we have all those.
Version. They've only been in the card version, but we might do a promo pack for all our promos as in the deluxe form.
You're speaking
we
my
might
language.
try to sneak that. Those are all the things that we have in the works.
That's exciting. Well, yeah. I mean, and even if you get I love my deluxe version of Hop, but I mean the cards in the regular version are awesome. Like, they're nice, real sturdy cards.
Yeah, no, the cards are great. It is the largest $12 game in the history of $12 games, and not as far as like traveling it around, but table presence, it is huge.
Oh, it totally is.
And people people are like, why is this the case? And I'm like, no, it's designed to be a huge party. You don't realize
like, it's a
this
dance
little
party.
It's going to unlock a huge party on your table.
Like, do you go to dance parties and they're tiny? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no, seriously, I get in trouble for that.
Now, when I say that I'm the one that's a hot mess when I dance, like, that's true. Like, I said that in our review, and that is true to life. Like, I'm a hot mess.
Well, I hope I wasn't the worst guest.
Never.
I hope you guys enjoyed the preview.
Always my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to start making you a monthly segment, Seppy. We're just going to have you come on and play. Because it's just so much darn fun. Like, we just have so much fun with you.
I think you should pick people who other people want to hear from.
Hey, man.
I want you guys to succeed and people see how awesome you are.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. I'm like the albatross for you guys. I'm like an anchor
keeping
your content to
Never. Like I said, you're what launched us, man. So you're in it. Like, you're stuck.
But yeah, so that's Mouse Cheese. It plays obviously that in a 2-player game, there's 2 roles that you don't know, and it creates really interesting matchups.
Yeah.
Right? And figuring out what the other person is not and trying to affect that play, right? Because there's only 1 of 4 things that they can be. It's really, really, really fun. In The Great Escape, you're the cat trying to escape the mechanical mouse. Where's Mr. Mouse? Mechanical mouse, which is the opposite side of it, before it explodes. So it's a solo mode game.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then the cheese becomes the portal. And to do that, you have to grab the cheese and escape the exploding clock tower.
Nice.
I almost misstepped and said something that was not what I meant. And so there's that on the opposites for more gameplay. In the whodunit, you're trying to race through the maze, and you don't know which character you want to win in the classical multiplayer version.
Okay.
And so it reveals slowly who you're not, and you still have to build the maze as you go along, not getting trapped and not being able to not do things. It is really good. It is really, really good. All the game modes. All the game modes.
You get a card, but you don't know what it is.
It's actually set up in 5 piles. A pile that has nothing, and then a pile with one of these on the bottom of each pile.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
The one you want to have win is the last one. And so as you're racing through your maze, you realize, oh, I'm not the cheese. Oh, I'm not the thing. Oh, I'm not the mouse. Oh, I'm the cucumber. And you have to have been building the maze the entire time to help set yourself up for the victory.
That's great.
Meanwhile, you don't get trapped.
Yeah.
So that is so when I say they're solo modes, they are real and they are good.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Like that's a lot of game. That's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of game in here. Yeah. This is the one after your people like graduate from the hop and you're gonna put this in it, you can go back to work and have things in your work bag. This game, you can, nobody wants to play at lunch. Kim can play solo.
I like that. When I have no friends.
You start by playing solo and then people walk up. And then you can get them to play with you.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lot of people to pay. Like, you just leave a game, like, sitting on your desk. Like, I've had Squirrel Down on my desk a lot, and people are like, what's that? Like, well, let me tell you what this is.
Ah!
Let me tell you what this is.
It's going to be, you always tell them, it's going to be the second most successful 7 minutes in your day.
Yep.
Squirrel Down is 7 minutes. Hedgehog Hop is 12. This could be around 12. When this was different for us because I got 2 young game developers from Minneapolis to sound in on this. Peter and Patrick Yang helped out this game as far as sort of gameplay and as an exercise. I really feel like the collaborating with them as game developers was really good for me.
Nice.
So those guys. So this is the first title. And also I wanted to have a game that you couldn't put our names on it because it'd be Yang, Yang, and Yoon. And people are just like, I cannot three Ys in that. There's a lot of things going on in that.
Oh my gosh. Well, Seppy, always a pleasure. Go over to Fight in a Box. Check out all the things. Follow Fight in a Box on social media because they post
I'm gonna
pretty
close this
fun
down.
stuff.
You guys are getting kicked out. Ready?
Uh-oh, we're getting booted.
First I'll flip this table and
because that is the most fun thing to do in Tabletop Simulator. Jim, if you stop sharing that one, I should be able to put us right back in the thing.
I don't do this. I don't do that. There you go.
Can you stop sharing your screen, Jimbo Breeze?
Yep.
I think you did.
Just done.
Cool.
Okay. But yeah, please check out our stuff. Convention season, we were saving the last of these Hedgehog Hops you see.
Oh, yeah.
Deluxes. I think we've made a certain portion of those available on our site, so if people are still interested.
I got mine off the site.
Yeah, that's the thing. Beep, 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 beep. If you guys have any questions, playtesting is open to anybody who subscribes to our newsletter or our social media, and we post about come to it. Usually it's RSVP.
Okay.
So when it's in person, we give you a burrito for making me cry, telling me what you actually do. And but otherwise, all the online testing now is open to our extended fan base. So if people want to come join us for stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, again, thank you so much. I'll take some of this gameplay stuff. We'll flip it so if people don't want to hear us pratter on. I don't know who those people are, but we'll have it so that way they can just quickly check out the game too. So. And then come back and listen to our craziness.
Yeah, flip it around. Yeah, I hope this helps you out. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive.
Thank you for celebrating our 1 year anniversary with us.
1 year! Yay!
It's pretty exciting.
Gen Con events. You guys should look at them. I'd love to attend.
I'm registered. I'm hosting a couple. So I'm going to look at that catalog because there's some. I want to make sure I can check those out while. I want to see that new system real bad, so.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, enjoy go get some breakfast, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
See ya.